Okay, welcome everybody to a class on modal verbs, and today we're looking at obligation, recommendation, I will mention expectation as well, and forbidden, against the law, against the rules. We're going to look at all the modal verbs that cover those meanings, and we'll go through a few questions together, just so I can make them really clear, because very often with these guys, you know, you can see straight away, strong recommendation is have to or must or have got to, but ought, should and shouldn't are recommendation. And so quite often you could use these ones, and they are just stronger than should or shouldn't, which are weaker recommendations. And so there is a lot of crossover. There are a lot of sentences where you could use one or the other, and one is just stronger. And so I want you to be aware of that, and that's why I wanted to do it together. But you have to and must, and also have got to. All of these three at the top, they mean an obligation, something you must do, something you have to do, you have no choice. Yeah, so in other words, it's the law, or it's the rules of the school or of the sport or of the board game, whatever it is. You know, you're playing a board game, whatever it is, maybe chess, yeah, and you have to, well, you have to try to beat your opponent. You have to try to get him in checkmate. And so even with rules, you can use these three. So therefore, rules and laws, things which you have no choice over. Yeah, and I want to make it clear that have to has a past tense, had to, yeah, what you would expect, yeah, guys. And it has a future tense, will have to. Have got to doesn't have a past tense and doesn't have a future tense. We only use have got to in present tense, okay? That's important. Don't say had got to, don't say will have got to. It isn't correct, okay? Just present tense. But have to has a past and a future, and must has no past. Yeah, you can use must for present or future. You can say every week I must, I don't know, I must speak to clients. Yeah, maybe if that's something that you have to do at work, you have no choice. Every week I must speak to clients. You can use it in present, but you can also say next week I must speak to some clients. And so must works for present or future, but it doesn't work for past. You need to use had to if you are dealing with the past, okay? That's how it works. And so you can already see that it gets a bit confusing, a bit complicated. You can only use have got to in the present. And yeah, must doesn't work in the past either.